Hi boys and girls, I'm Rabbi Eli from Anshe Lubavitch, and guess what? This week I'm the rabbi for the Friday Farbrengen, and I'm so excited to tell you today's story. Although usually I'm used to seeing you in person, but this time you're all going to see me from your own houses. Hashtags Friday Farbrengen with Anshe Lubavitch's Rabbi Eli. Moruti as the sketch artist. In this week's Torah portion, which is a double Torah portion, Parshas Vayakel and Pikodei, we learn all about the building of the Mishkan, the actual construction of the Mishkan, which was done by a boy whose name was Bitzalel. He had a whole bunch of helpers, but he was one of the main ones in charge, and he helped give the exact instructions on how to make the complicated structure of the Mishkan, the traveling temple that the Jews used while they were traveling through the desert. Inside, he made a menorah, made completely out of gold. From one big chunk of gold, he chiseled out a menorah together with a bunch of his helpers. Not only that, he made the shochan, the special table where they had the lechem upon them, the bread, and the different mizbeachs, the different places where they used to bring the sacrifices, the animals, to Hashem. Now Bitzalel, as soon as he finished, came together with a group of people that built the Mishkan, walked over to Moshe Rabbeinu and said, "Moshe, did we do a good job?" Moshe Rabbeinu looked at them. He looked at the Mishkan and all of the details that they put into making sure that it was so perfect, and said, "Wow, you guys did such an amazing job." As soon as he finished saying that, he said, "You know what? I want to give you all a bracha." Do you know what that bracha is? That bracha is that Hashem should come down and shine in the Mishkan that you guys built. Bitzalel and all of the people who built the Mishkan were so proud of themselves. A few hundred years ago, the Alter Rebbe, the first Chabad rabbi, was sitting in his office when a few people came and they said to him, "Rabbi, do you know that one of your students is really a faker? He's not really so holy and so righteous like he pretends to be. You see," they said, "he goes around, he does a lot of mitzvahs, and he makes like he only does mitzvahs, and he never does anything wrong. But the truth is that we know that he has a Yetzer Hara, and he likes to do some things that aren't right once in a while." And Alter Rebbe looked at the three of them and said, "Really? You know what's going to happen to him? What's going to happen to him is what it says in the end of one of the Mishnahs." The three men looked all sad. They didn't actually want him to be hurt. They didn't want him to get punished. They were just trying to tell the Alter Rebbe so that he should try to speak to him, so he should start doing the right thing. But the Alter Rebbe said to them, "Let me tell you what it says in that Mishnah." The Mishnah is at the end of Maseches Peah. And boys and girls, what it says there is that if you or any person who doesn't need a wheelchair because their feet are all healthy, Baruch Hashem, they don't need to sit on a wheelchair when they walk or use crutches or a cane, but they do so anyway because they wanted to pretend. It says in the Mishnah that Hashem is going to make sure that they actually get so sick that they're going to need that. Just like if they're blind and they pretend like they can't, if they really are not blind, they pretend like they can't see, Hashem is going to make sure that they actually get blind. Chas v'shalom. Nobody should have such a thing. And so the Alter Rebbe said, "You know what I figured out? That if this is what Hashem does to people who do the wrong thing, imagine if somebody pretends like he's always doing the right thing. Hashem is going to make sure that he always does the right thing." And you know what that means for us, boys and girls? that if we do our best to make sure that our house is really like a shul, because we daven in our house now, and we learn Torah in our house, and we give tzedakah, and we do so many other mitzvahs like honoring our father and mother, and playing nicely with our brother and sister. And you know what's going to happen? Hashem is going to make sure that we actually do become people that always do the right thing. And Hashem is going to make sure that He makes His Mishkan. He comes down and dwells in our own house, where we do our mitzvahs, and we learn Torah, and we daven from a siddur together with our moras and our teachers. And I hope that all of us are going to do it. And guess what? God is going to make sure that Hashem brings Mashiach when we're going to have the ultimate drawing down of Hashem's great light in the Beis HaMikdash, the greatest temple of all. Have a wonderful Shabbos. # Friday Farbrengen.